Hello guys, welcome back to Ash and Ben's YouTube channel. Today guys, we're gonna play Minecraft with Ben. And today, we're also gonna talk about cells.
Yep, that's right, Potassium. Hey, fun fact. Did you know that all living things are made up of at least one cell?
What the freak? That's crazy. I got a joke for you, Ben. What did the vacuole say to the vacuum? Stop sucking up all the attention.
I'm a cornball.
Anyways guys, let's not waste any more time. Time to hop on Minecraft.
Wait, let's talk about cells for now. To start us off, the most important organelle in the cell is the nucleus.
Why, Ben?
You stupid monkey. It's because it's the command center of the cell. It controls every other organelle, and without it, nothing would function.
Wow, just like in Star Trek.
Nucleus contains other organelles as well, including the chromosomes, which carries the genetic material of the cell, also known as the DNA, and the nucleolus, which is responsible for creating ribosomes. We're going to talk about those organelles in more detail later. The nucleus kind of looks like a large sphere or oval, but it can vary depending on the cell.
Gosh, that's super duper trooper cool. The next organelle is the nucleolus. The nucleolus. What does it do? It creates ribosomes. Its primary functions are prescribing ribosomal RNA. RNA, or ribonucleic acid, is a single-stranded molecule that is essential for most biological functions, including protein synthesis and gene regulation.
Dude, that's awesomely super duper trooper cooper awesome sauce. Speaking of things inside the nucleus, chromosomes are next. Although they aren't classified as organelles, they are still very important. Chromosomes are thread-like structures located in the nucleus that contains the cell's genetic information in the form of DNA, which stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. A human usually contains 23 pairs of chromosomes with 22 pairs of autosomes, which are any pairs of chromosomes that aren't sex chromosomes, and one pair of sex chromosomes, X and Y, that determines the sex of the person.
Wait, so are you saying that I look like who I am because of those tiny things?
Yup. Basically, DNA acts as an instruction manual that tells the cells how to form our body by storing genetic information in a sequence of 4 bases: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine, which determines traits and allows for producing proteins which carry out most of the work in cells. This code is inherited from parents and passed down from one generation to the next through DNA replication during cell division, also known as mitosis. This is also why offspring look so similar to their parents. This code is organized into a double helix structure, where adenine is always paired with thymine and cytosine is always paired with guanine. However, we are now getting off topic. Let's play some Minecraft for a bit.
Anyways, the next organelle is the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm's main functions are to act as a medium for cellular processes like chemical reactions and protein synthesis, support and suspend organelles, and help maintain the cell's shape. It is the gel-like substance that fills the cell, holding its components in place and transporting materials within the cell.
Very interesting. So it's kind of like Jello.
Sure.
Anywho, the next organelle is the cell membrane. This is also one of the important parts of the cell. The cell membrane is a semi-permeable barrier or wall that separates the cell from its surroundings.
Hey Ben, that's a decently big word you used. What does it mean?
Well, semi-permeable means, in the context of a membrane, to allow certain substances to pass through but not others.
That's crazy.
Yup. The cell membrane exists in both plant cells and animal cells. If they didn't exist, then cells wouldn't be able to receive protein or protect themselves from their environment.
Coolio. Moving on, the next organelle is the mitochondria.
Wait a darn friggin' second. I heard that the mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. Why is that?
You're right, Ben. It is the powerhouse of the cell. That's because a mitochondrion's function is to generate energy in the form of ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. However, they can also store calcium, regulate cell growth and death, and synthesize certain molecules.
That's pretty cool. Are they found in both animal and plant cells?
Yep, both types of cells have mitochondria.
That's super duper dudes there. Okay, the next organelle is the Golgi apparatus.
That's a weird name. You're pretty weird, Ben.
That's not nice. The Golgi apparatus basically packages and sorts proteins and lipids for secretion or delivery to other organelles. If you want to go into deeper detail, it receives the protein from the endoplasmic reticulum and it modifies it through the process of glycolysis. Yeah,
Wait.
I said that right.
Wait, aren't there two types of endoplasmic reticulum? Do they receive it from the rough or the smooth endoplasmic reticulum?
Good question, Asher. They receive it from the rough endoplasmic reticulum because the ribosomes synthesize the protein.
Wow, so it's like UPS.
Yes.
Another very important organelle is the ribosome. We've already mentioned them before in other organelles, for example the rough endoplasmic reticulum, or the RER. The ribosomes are extremely tiny. Their main function is protein synthesis, where they read the genetic code from messenger RNA and use it to assemble a chain of amino acids, which transforms into a functional protein.
Those are big words, Ash.
I know. To dumb it down for you, ribosomes read the instructions from the cell's DNA and use that to build protein.
I see. Well, our next and final organelle we're going to talk about is the vacuole.
Hey, I made a joke about that before we started.
Okay. Anyways, vacuoles exist in both animal and plant cells, but there's a major difference. In the plant cell, it's also known as the grand vacuole, which is the largest organelle cell. Their function in an animal cell is to store and hold small amounts of water, nutrients, and waste. They help maintain the cell's internal balance by storing materials, isolating toxins, and assisting in processes such as endocytosis, which brings substances in, and exocytosis, which removes substances. Their function in the plant cell, however, is to maintain turgor pressure for structural support, store water, nutrients, and waste products, and aid in cell growth and development. Turgor pressure is basically the force exerted by the water inside a plant cell against the cell wall. If there isn't enough of that pressure, then it will cause the plant to wilt, which is a big no-no.
Anyways, that's it. Bye-bye.
And
Ash.